Welcome back to the Maelstrom, ladies and gentlemen. We have another Warhammer 40k battle report for you today. We're continuing the war for Arenam. The Dark Eldar and the Khorne demons will be added again. We are campaigning for the landing pads as we begin Chapter 2. The landing pads are under contested control right now, so no faction has clearly got an upper hand. As always, you can find the missions and a link to worldwar40k.com in the description below. Give that a look to become a part of that campaign. Run by Dicehead Games and supported by us and Cromlech. We would be happy to have you as a part of that. We are playing, like I said, Mission 5. So we have 6 tactical objectives, which we're trying to score across the course of the game. One there, a third behind the tower, a fourth on this landing pad, a fifth on the final landing pad, and then the last objective here in the rocks. The 3 landing pads are also critical to this. So like I said, mission is kind of convoluted, so we will have it in the description as always. So if you see something happen and you're wondering, what did they just do? That's probably something from the mission. So give it a look there. We'll have a more detailed description at the blog. You've seen the table. We will be right back with the forces that are going to wage war here. First up, we have the Dark Eldar.
So my HQ and my warlord is an Archon. He has a power sword, he's wearing the armor of misery, and haywire grenades. His warlord trait was labyrinthine cunning, so he will be able to reroll reserves and reroll to seize the initiative if it comes to that. He is rolling with a squad of 9 witches in a raider with enhanced ether sails. Then filling out the rest of my troops are 4 identical squads of warriors. They are 10 strong with a shredder, and they are all mounted in raiders with enhanced ether sails. Then for my fast attacks, I have a squad of 5 scourges, and they have a solarite with a venom blade and a splinter pistol. I have a squad of 9 hellions with a heliarch who has a stun claw and a splinter pistol. Then I have a squad of 6 reaver jet bikes with 2 blasters. My elites are a squad of 10-man racks with 2 ossifactors, and they are mounted in a raider with enhanced ether sails. And filling out the army with my 3 heavy slots are 3 Ravagers with 3 Dark Lances each.
Alrighty, and then as one of the special mission bonuses from the first leg, he is able to give one of his units +1 strength on their weapons, and that went to this Ravager here. So you've seen the Dark Eldar, and we will be right back with the demons. Next up, we've got the forces of the Blood God, beginning things with my warlord. We have Moloch the Elder, Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. He got Feel No Pain of 4+, the Strength 8 Lance shot, and he also took an Axe of Khorne on his lesser reward. He's the Demon Lord for my Demonic Incursion. Next up, we have a Murder Horde, which is led by Skulltaker on a Juggernaut. He has 5 Blood Crushers with him. They have a Banner of Blood, a Blood Hunter who rolled the Strength 8 AP4 Soul Blade shot, and a icon, or an instrument carrier rather. Then we have four squads of 6 Flesh Hounds each. They are spread out here across the front. Then we've got 3 squads of 10 Bloodletters. They each have a Banner of Blood and an Icon Bearer, or an Icon Bearer with a Banner of Blood and a Musician. I'll get it out here in a minute. We got 3 squads of those, 10 strong. Finishing the list off, we have a Gore Thunder Battery, which we finally finished painting the Skull Cannons for. We have 3 Skull Cannons, obviously, and then a Herald with the Locus of Wrath and a Blood Throne. So you have seen the armies, and you have seen the table. We will be back as we get stuck into the Maelstrom. Alright, deployment is complete. The demons won the roll for first turn, and we'll be going first barring a seize. We have 2 squads of hounds down here, along with Bloodletters and Skulltaker's lads holding this platform. The center is locked down by another squad of hounds, another squad of letters, the Gore Thunder Battery, and the Bloodthirster. And then a token defense here. We have 10 Bloodletters and 6 hounds on this flank. So that is the demon half, and we will let Josh walk down the Dark Eldar part.
So the Dark Eldar half on my immediate left is 2 squads of warriors. Then holding the center of the landing pad is a squad of racks. To their right is my 3rd squad of warriors. My 4th squad was pulled into reserve because of mission special rules, so they'll be rolling on from the board edge. Then finishing out across the line, my 3 Ravagers, my Strength 9 Ravager is in the corner here, kind of by himself, and then my Warlord and his 9 Witch Bodyguard are on the far right flank. I will also be deep striking the Hellions, the Scourges, and the Reaver Jet Bikes.
All right, so there's the table. We're about to get rolling here. The Dark Eldar, I assume, want to seize the initiative. All right, so see if they can. And with a 1 they won't, but he does get a reroll for his Warlord trait. And he does on the 6. So the Dark Eldar will be going first after scout moves, and we will be back following that. Alright, so following the Dark Eldar seize, the Hounds have made a slightly conservative advance and taken what cover they can here across the center of the table. Dark Eldar are generating their tactical objectives now, and turn 1 will be next. Alright, Dark Eldar turn 1 rolls to an end. They had secure objective 1 and secure objective 6. Kingslayer was their other objective, which they turned, or Assassin rather not Kingslayer. They turned it over for the secure X landing pads, which is in the mission description. His objective he rolled up, he needed D3 landing pads, he rolled a 2. So he had scored this landing pad and this one by moving and turbo boosting up here with his Archon. So he scored that one, and he also moved in and scored objective 1 since he has objective secured. Shooting wise, the Ravagers moved around here to get shots on this first Fleshhound squad, and between the 3 of them they managed to bring down 2 Fleshhounds. They missed with 7 of the 9, and actually no, they didn't even bring this Hound down. That was a disintegrator cannon. Through 9 shots they scored 2 hits and killed 1 Hound. The Racks jumped out in an attempt to get this objective, but one of the dogs was shot out by some softening fire, and they failed their charge range to get into combat with me there. But they did score the 2 points and have or 3 points rather, and have a lot of reserves still to come in. So that is the end of Dark Eldar turn 1, and the Demons are going to respond. Turn 1 bottom coming up. Demons turn 1 rolls to an end, and it was a bloody one. For our objectives, we rolled up secure objective 5 and secure objective 6, which were here and here. The third objective was one we could not conquer, so we went ahead and discarded it. It was destroy a building or a gun emplacement. We turned it into the D3 landing pads, but rolled a 3, so we did not score that one. Everything moved forward. We rolled Glorious Rot on the Warp Storm table, but it did nothing. The Bloodthirster flew over here, fired his Strength 8 AP1 Lance, hit and rolled a 1, so did no damage to the Raider that was here. But afterwards, him and these Bloodletters charged in. The Bloodletters exploded the Raider. 7 Warriors and 7 Bloodletters total died from the assault. And the Warriors decided they'd had enough. They fell back over here. The Raider with the Archon was surrounded by Bloodletters here. We did 2 damage points to it. We immobilized it and left it sitting there. But the guys inside are ballistic skill 1, correct? Yeah, they failed their snapfire check. Down here we just left these Bloodletters sitting to corrupt this objective and landing pad. The Blood Crushers moved up, fired their Strength 8 AP4 to kill one of the Racks off of the Blood Hunter, and then Skulltaker and the rest of them killed all of the Racks and consolidated out 2 inches. They were able to do 2 wounds back, though. Skulltaker and one of the Joes took a wound each. These dogs were attempted a charge to this Raider here, but were unable to make it. And these Hounds charged in here, did 2 damage points to this Raider, and rolled 2 weapon destroyed, so it is immobilized as well. The Skull Cannons combined their fire back here for 3 Strength 8 shots instead of the big shot, since we were playing Dark Eldar, nothing here needing AP3. And we busted that Raider. 5 of the guys died in the explosion, but the other 5 held their ground. That was about it. So lots of stuff died. Turn 2's coming up. Dark Eldar still have lots of reserves. We will be back following that. Alright, Dark Eldar turn 2 rolls to an end. Lots of movement, getting everybody shifted over here away from the bulk of the dogs. The Reavers came on here. They shot and charged, but weren't able to do anything. They killed 2 Hounds, lost 2 guys in return, and did 1 more wound to me. But they did stick in melee. Down here, the Hellions came onto this platform, shot and charged, and wiped the Bloodletters out here exactly. Consolidated to create a little bit of a bubble here around the boss. Let's see, what else? These Hounds here in the center ate all 3 Ravagers. The 3 Ravagers did exactly what they did last turn, scored 3 out of 9 hits, killed 2 of the Hounds. The Warriors here had to step up and finish that one off. So he cleared up quite a bit of stuff. He scored the points for holding 2 landing pads, because he still holds this one with the objective secured guys. And that one, his witches are objective secured. They were able to hang out in the fight. So he scores 2 points for that. But objective 6 is contested, and objective 2 is... where is objective 2?
That right here.
This right here. Oh, that's objective 2. I had them mixed up. Objective 6 is the one back here behind the building. So no points scored there, but 2 points scored for the landing pads. So at that point, he is ahead 5-3, but lots more game to play. So we will be back as the demons take their second turn. Khorne demons have finished turn 2, launched their assault here on the center. We didn't leave any markers. It was just too crowded in here. The little remnant squads here all got charged by the Blood Crushers. Skulltaker killed the entire biker squad by himself, and then his guys killed off the warriors that were there. These hounds charged in and destroyed this raider. 4 of the guys in that were destroyed in the explosion, along with one of the dogs taking a wound. The flesh hounds here and the blood throne charged in and were able to destroy this raider, but did not blow it up. So we did take this objective away and despoil it, but the pad is still in the hands of the objective secured Dark Eldar warriors here. Down on this end, the skull cannons fired, targeting the, first Warp Storm. We were going to shoot at the raider, but Khorne's Warp Storm, Khorne's Wrath came down, destroyed the raider with a shot from it. The Archon and his chicks fell out here and took 20 hits from the skull cannons. The skull cannons also clipped 6 Hellions in the process of that. The Hellions, 6 of them were destroyed, and the Archon and all of his guys, or all of his ladies, were killed, and the last of the Hellions fell back here. We attempted a charge on the Scourges with the Bloodthirster, but he was unable to make the distance. So at the end of the turn, we secured objective 1, which was one of our objectives. That's the one here that's despoiled. Hold 1 landing pad, which we do. And killed 1 character, which we killed his Archon and his Heliarch here. So 3 more points to the demons. That's 6-5 in favor of the demons at the end of turn 2. And Dark Eldar response coming up. Dark Eldar turn 3 rolls to an end. 3 of the Juggernauts were killed through the Ravagers. Just could not score very many, and the ones that did hit invul stop. But 3 of them did go down. Bloodthirster took 2 wounds from the Scourges, who came up and took that objective away. And objective secured guys came and took this landing pad away. He scored a point for holding a landing pad, but his other 2, one had to do with morale, and the other had to do with taking this objective. So neither of those were possible. It is 7-6 in favor of the demons right now. We will be back as turn 3 rolls to an end. All right, demons turn 3 rolls to an end, and the Dark Eldar are going to go ahead and call it there. Blood Crushers moved over here, fired their Strength 8 AP 4-shot into this Ravager, hit, pinned, and exploded it. These dogs charged and destroyed this one, and the 2 hound packs here charged and destroyed the final guys here on the landing pad. Down here, we shot the raider open with the skull cannons. The blood throne made a 12-inch charge between him and the bloodletters. They killed everyone inside, and then the bloodletters and the bloodthirster charged in and killed all the scourges down here. So at that point, with a Ravager and 3 Hellions left, he's going to go ahead and call it. At that point, it's 12-6 in favor of the demons. Give us a like on Facebook, a subscription on YouTube. Those are the best ways to see our new content as it comes out. We will have army lists and after-action reviews at the blog as always. As always, guys, thanks for spending time with us today at the Maelstrom.